So, as you know, when we started we got 10 PCBs, and the PCB that I'm making is a railway train model train controller, and it's DCC based, which means sends bit packets down the actual railway tracks to send signals to the train so that they can operate individually, go backwards, forwards, turn lights on and off, make sounds, that sort of thing. So this is our early interpretation, or our first go of this with Barnaby and I. So that's the actual board there. So if I show you what we managed to find today, so you can see we've got DC jacks, USBs, we've got our MUX chips, we've got our PWM chips, we've got our 80 megas, we've got our buttons, we've got our H-bridge, heat sinks, terminal adapters, and yeah, so that's pretty much you know, good 80% of the board populated. The rest is resistors, SD cards, some caps and some crystals, a couple of regs, and that's about it. So, oh yeah, the other thing here is the Bluetooth module we brought over from the UK, which is a Panasonic version, and this is a infrared receiver, so we can interface with some other current controllers. All the invoicing, so we know what we've spent and how much we've costed on the board. But if I show you what that looks like in real terms, gosh, I'm gonna have to come back a bit. So this is basically there's no table or anything, so I've just laid it out on the bed for now. I'll just quickly run you through some of this stuff. So grab these out of here. And there's quite a few bits. So basically I got 100 of everything. I mean, all of this is really useful stuff that can be used for loads of other stuff if the project never kicks off, but hopefully it will. So these are some PWM chips. Then we've got some USB surface mount USB adapters, and again, they cost nothing. You could probably pay £4 for one in the UK and £4 for 100 here. They're our PWM chips for running our servos. Then we've got a whole load of H-bridges here, which we're using to send the signals down the track. So quite a lot of those. Then moving along, I got some relay boards today because they were super cheap. DC barrels, some screws for the heat sinks. I've got, oh sorry, they're buttons, sorry. So DC jacks are here. The terminal adapters, we've got the 80 megas. These were not easy to find, but we found a wonderful person to help us source items, and she sourced most of this for us, so we've just got to go back for a few more bits. We've got our IR receivers, which were actually quite spendy, opto isolators, some more terminal adapters. We've got our header pins over here. So we got like 20,000 for the price that you probably pay for about 3 of these in the UK. Then a few more relay boards, the heat sinks. So these are a slightly different package of the 80 mega because that's all we thought we could find. Quite amusing. I thought they were maybe used. They're quite scratched, didn't come in normal packaging, they were just loose like this. So they rinsed them off in green tea for me. So yeah, kind of interesting. We'll see what happens with those when we get back. Part of the board runs on these I/O connectors along here, and basically we've got these infrared beam breakers, so we've got several hundred of these. So basically, when the train runs over the top, it sends a signal, a digital signal down, or an analog signal, depending on if you wanted to use it for something else. We're using the digital part, and you've got 32 I/O. So basically, you've got 32 points around the track that you can highlight. So yeah, make sure your train's on time. Then what else have we got? Bought some soil moisture testers because I had some fun with that on another project I was doing a while ago. And the other thing we got is Ryan got some Leonardos and some USB bits and pieces, and literally paid nothing for them. It's just absolutely crazy. So this is basically what the beam breakers came like. So just literally a carrier bag full of anti-static bags. It's just absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The other super cool thing was one of the hackers from the States decided to he wanted to bring everyone a small gift, and kind of thought, well, what do you bring to everybody who has got everything electronic in a hackspace camp? So he actually went to a scrapyard. He got everyone seat belts from different cars. I've got this is Barney's Chrysler one. I got a GM one. So yeah, he got these belts so you can hold your trousers up, or pants, or shorts, or whatever you want to call them. He thought he'd be able to find some clips here. He couldn't, so he went and bought 32 guitar straps and popped them all on this morning, and gave everybody one as a gift. And I gotta say, not only was the guy super awesome, but you know, that is a crazy thing. I mean, crazy cool thing. So he literally spent an awful lot of time in the junkyard, taking all of these out, making sure they were nice and clean and polished up, and you know, that is really cool little souvenir. So we treasure that for some time. So you know, the soldering course today was absolutely amazing. Running around the market, if you make the right contacts, you know, as I said earlier, you take the bill of materials, the PCB, and stuff around, people are really happy to help you. And you know, you end up with something so tangible in an afternoon. Now, I don't want to trick you into thinking that everything is super cheap and it's worth coming over here just to buy some buttons, because that's not really how it works. You know, there's so much to take in, there's so much negotiation, and you know, without the intro course, we literally wouldn't know where we'd be. So, you know, just the fact that, you know, you come on a dangerous prototypes course, they give you 10 boards. You can go off and find everything that you need to put on your boards, and they teach you to, you know, solder these really difficult packages. You know, it's just an ultimate experience. And if you are into IT, microelectronics, anything, you just learn a ton. The guys here are just amazing. So you know, I can't say enough to the guys that organised this. I mean, particularly Ian and Jin, just absolutely amazing guys. So yeah, brilliant time. Probably the best day we've had so far. So yeah, roll on tomorrow. It'd be brilliant.